Okay, let's talk a minute about how we're going to use the dilution guideline chart. One thing I want to point out, the way we determine what nutritional items or supplementation that takes priority is the things that show up in a V or X dilution. As you can see here, it says to give the actual substance and imprint. If it shows up as a C or a K, then 50% of the time you'd give the substance and 50% of the time you'd imprint. Here you have to use your judgment. If they've got a lot of V's and X's, you don't want to overwhelm them, so you may not want to give them the C's and K's. If they don't have that many, you may want to question them and say, if it was showing maybe a relieve joint pain at a C, a 10C or something like that, you may ask them if they're having any joint problems, and if they are, then you may want to give that to them to help with their symptoms. Now, if it shows up in the M series, then it's an imprint only. In regards to pathogens, if we see a pathogen show up in the comprehensive as a V or an X, then we know that the pathogen is physically present in the body. And if you were to have blood work or a culture done, you should be able to pick it up. Like, let's say if it was a strep and it was 100X, more than likely you're going to see that they would actually pick up the strep if they were to do a culture. Now, if it was let's say 100C, they're usually still going to have symptoms present, but usually the pathogen will have mutated and they wouldn't be able to find it in blood work. It's a possibility they could, but not necessarily. And then let's say if it was a strep and it was 1000 cm, then the physical pathogen is not there, but the energetic residue is causing an imbalance in the body. So we would want to, of course, imprint to take care of the energetic imbalance there. And the one I love the most is this hormone thing. If they've got like an estrogen showing up in a 10B, that means their estrogen's too low, and the homeopathic's going to increase the estrogen. Whereas if it was let's say 100K, then that means that they're having highs and lows with estrogen or testosterone or whatever hormone or neurotransmitter shows up. Whereas if it's an M series, then that means that the particular hormone is too high and the homeopathic is going to decrease it. Now, with the homeopathic, as a general rule, if I see it in a V or X, I always consider giving the physical homeopathic because that's what's recommended. And that's how you read the dilution guideline chart. And I would keep that present until I learn those things.